In the name of Allah, good evening and welcome to this hour's news. I'm Suleiman Talash and this is RTA News. Today is 25th of September 2024. Zabihullah Mujahid, the spokesperson of the Islamic Emirate in response to the 79th session of the United Nations Assembly, asked the international community and countries to interact with the Islamic Emirate. According to Mr. Mujahid, Afghans in the world need positive interaction, and interaction with Afghanistan is in the interest of all, through which we all can find a solution to the problems. Let's see more in this report.
Islamic Emirate spokesman Zabihullah Mujahid says that the world should interact with Afghanistan, and according to him, it will be possible to solve the common international problems by giving satisfaction to both sides.
The
world and countries should have a good interaction with Afghanistan. And based on this interaction, we can find solutions to some of the existing problems. And Afghans also need a good interaction with the world and countries. The United Nations must do its duty properly in this field. And it must also leave the current position that does not allow Afghanistan to move forward in order to have relations with other countries.
In addition, political analysts called interaction with Islamic Emirate in the current situation as an international necessity and for the good of all parties. According to them, the world's interaction with Kabul has a positive effect on the stability of the region.
Cooperation with Afghanistan is beneficial, and its biggest benefit is good for Asia and Europe. And stability in Afghanistan is good for Asia and Europe. And cooperation with Afghanistan is their obligation. In short, interaction with Afghanistan is good for them.
In the 79th session of the General Assembly of the United Nations, held on Monday in New York, the representatives of a number of countries emphasized the continuation of humanitarian aid and cooperation with Afghanistan.
Qaridin Muhammad Hanif, Minister of Economy, met with the Qatar Embassy advisor in Kabul. The Minister of Economy said that in this meeting, they focused on developing economic relations and expanding bilateral cooperation. Mullah Hidayatullah Badri, Minister of Mines and Petroleum, met with Iranian government representatives Ahmad Mohseni and representatives of 6 Iranian mining companies to discuss investment in Afghanistan's mineral resources. During the meeting, representatives of Iranian companies expressed interest in investing in Afghanistan's iron, coal and oil mines and promised to launch specialized training courses for engineers of this ministry. Sheikh Nur Muhammad Saqib, Minister of Hajj and Religious Affairs, met with the local officials in Kunar province during a visit. In this meeting, Sheikh Nur Muhammad Saqib assured local officials of cooperations in the construction of mosques, increasing the share of pilgrims, developing classes, and other sectors. The Ministry of Mines and Petroleum says that they have sold 70,000 crates of emerald worth $5.5 million from the emerald mine of Panjshir province, and the extraction of emeralds from this mine is still going on. On the other hand, a number of residents of the province are happy with the mining of emeralds in this province and say that all workers in this mine are from Panjshir province and they take 90% of the extracted emeralds benefit and only 10% is paid to the government treasury. We have more in this report.
Almost a year ago, according to the decree of Amir al-Mu'minin Hafazahullah, the extraction of emerald mine of Panjshir province was given to domestic businessmen. According to the Ministry of Mines and Petroleum, they have distributed 570 work permits for the purpose of mining emeralds in Panjshir province, and so far, they have sold 70,000 carats of emerald extracted from this mine through open competition.
Since the beginning of this process, about 70,000 carats of emerald, worth $5.5 million have been sold through free and transparent bidding, of which only 10% is in the Islamic Emirate, and the remaining percent is the 9 workers' share.
Panjshir emeralds, which have good customers in the international market, were illegally extracted in the past where neither the government nor the civilians benefited. But since the illegal mining of this mine has started, a resident of Panjshir says that jobs have been provided for more than 15,000 people, and 90% of the revenue goes to the pockets of the residents of the mentioned province.
From
100%, the government takes 10%, and the other 90% belongs to the buyer. Transparency is fully established, and we and the people are satisfied with it. In the past, it was illegal, but now, thank God, emeralds are sold legally, and they are sold in public, in the presence of people.
At the same time, Panjshir Province Mines and Petroleum Department says that Panjshir's emerald extraction is going on well, and most of the workers engaged in the mine are local people of this province.
Most of the extracted emeralds benefit the miner themselves. Most of them are from Panjshir. Other provinces residents also get work permits, and they are working. And they also found emeralds, but most of them are from Panjshir itself.
Furthermore, the Association of Exporters of Precious and Semi-Precious Stones of Afghanistan says that with the arrival of Islamic Emirate, the level of export of precious and semi-precious stones to international market has increased, and if the Islamic Emirate has contracts for the extraction of other precious stone mines in the country, such as Panjshir, and it is given to the private sector, besides providing jobs to people, good revenue will also come to the government treasury.
Our request is to give the order and permission to extract things alike by people so that they can start working like Panjshir in the whole Afghanistan and have a legal work related to the extraction of mine.
This is why the Islamic Emirate has halted the illegal mining of the whole country in the last 3 years and has given many small and big mines to the contract through legal means.
Maulavi Abdulwali Haqqani, Deputy Minister of Health Services of the Ministry of Public Health, attended the G5 conference online. The conference discussed expanding and strengthening health services on the common borders between Afghanistan, Iran, Tajikistan, Iraq, and Pakistan, prevention of malaria, dengue, fever, monkeypox, capacity building of health workers, control of infectious diseases, impacts of weather changes and water in the region. In joint cooperation were discussed and exchanged views. Maulavi Matiul Haq Khalis, General Director of the National Environmental Protection Agency, met with Dmitry Zhirnov, a Russian ambassador to Kabul. In this meeting, the Russian ambassador called freezing the national money of the Afghan nation by the United States unfair. The two sides emphasized the need to expand bilateral cooperation in various fields, especially in the fields of the environment and the fight against climate change. The Ministry of Public Health has started the construction of a 21 million Afghanis advanced laboratory in Nangarhar province. The Ministry of Public Health says that the laboratory will be the 6th largest and most equipped laboratory in the country with 24 sections. And the final one is that the construction of a water supply network worth more than 8 million Afghanis has started in the city of Ferozekoh, the capital of Ghor province. The project, which is funded by the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, UNHCR, will provide 600 families with safe drinking water. That's all for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great night.